a show. It's a podcast show. Welcome to the Julie Cross Podcast Show. Empowering, energising and entertaining. Hello, welcome back to the podcast show. Just even with that welcome, imagine the difference between that one, hello, welcome back to the podcast show, and hello, welcome back to the podcast show. Totally different energy, communicating totally different feeling, a totally different vibe. And that's what this show's about today, energy, because this is the second line of my song. My energy is high and it's a good vibration. So we're working our way through the Sparkle chorus that many of you may have experienced at one of my public events or at an event that I spoke at. So this is that next line about energy. And this is probably one of my more well-known lines of the song because it's something that affects everything that we do right through personal lives, through the professional lives. And I'm a big advocate of energy. I think we spend too much time in our heads sometimes and not enough in our hearts, but it's when our head and our heart are working together and we're listening to both that we really get the best vibe and that we can move through life attracting what we want and stay very healthy emotionally and mentally, because that's around energy. That's all around managing your energy, is this mental and emotional health and having the ability to do that. So I want to talk about that combination of head and the heart, and I want to talk a lot about the energy. My energy is high. And we all know that we can be affected by a vibe. You can feel a vibe in people, can't you, with their energy? And a vibe reaches out and touches us, and that's that vibration thing. And vibration attracts more vibrations in that same space. So it works in the positive when vibes are going up and in the negative. So it's very important, and we're not always taught this, it's very important to notice your energy. So we can see your energy all over you before we even say anything to you. It affects the way that your body language is. It affects the way you physically show up in the world, and it affects the way you emotionally show up in the world. So good mood, bad mood, good attitude, bad attitude, all vibe, all energy. It affects, your business, inspiring people to do business with you. That's an energetic exchange. That's energy. It affects happiness, joy, being able to be happy and joyful, resilience, being able to move through negative situations. That's an energy thing. So we can all see it, and what we say affects our energy. So first of all, when I look at words that sort of describe energy, passion, enthusiasm, love. When somebody is passionate, we can see that that's high energy. Enthusiastic, that's high energy. But what I think what wasn't explained to us is perhaps that we can manufacture energy. So when you're feeling low and you feel like your energy is low and you've got to go to work, well, then you need to manufacture some high energy. Now, we can't just say, well, no, I'm feeling low, so I'm just going to have to be low. That's kind of not how this works. So when you go to a workplace, will it serve you in that workplace to be of low energy? Now, I'm not going to ask whether it's right or wrong. Let's get away from that. Ask whether it serves you. Will it serve you to be of low energy to be in that workplace? So if I'm going to present on stage, because that's my workplace, will it serve me to be feeling negative, tired and low before I go on that stage or before I do this podcast show? Are you likely to want to keep listening to me if I just have an energy like this? Well, probably not. So it would serve me to manufacture some high energy. So how do I do that? Well, I muscle up mentally and I say, well, I feel like my energy is a bit low. I'm feeling a bit tired. So what do I do here? And this is where we go, okay, well, if I was passionate, how would I act? Because passion and love and enthusiasm are verbs. They're not just words that you use to name something. Oh, look, passion dropped on me and now I'm feeling passionate. No, the better question to ask yourself is, if I was wanting to feel passionate, how would I act? What would passion look like? And then you make yourself act like that. And then the energy catches up with you. And I think this is the bit we weren't told. I don't think we were told this. I think we named the emotions when they show up. But it's like the hidden curriculum. The gap was that, but if it's not there at the moment, you can actually make it happen. You've got the ability to do that with what you're thinking about and what you're saying to yourself. So I don't go on stage, and when people ask me and I say hello to them as I'm walking up on stage and they go, Julie, how are you? And I don't go, tired. Because look how you say tired. What does it do to your body language? You don't go, tired. I'm so tired. You go, tired. And you feel low energy. So saying you're tired over and over again doesn't make you less tired. So how would it be serving me to do that? You see, I don't want to be tired up there today. No one's going to book me again or tell everyone about me if I'm acting tired. So how would it serve me? So instead I say, well, what would it serve me to be? It'd be serve me to be great. So how are you today? Fantastic. How are you today? Great. And then the energy starts catching up with you. So you're posturing yourself into a new way of feeling. And I think that we've forgotten that's how we do that. Children do that all the time. They know how to do that. They don't stay in a low energy space. They manufacture new energy. That's why they're so energetic, we say. And so we do have the ability to do that. And then, and I hear people talk about their health. Oh, I get the flu this time every year. Yeah, I'll get the flu this time every year. It should be around soon. Oh, how am I? Oh, well, I'm okay. But, I think I've got the flu coming on because I get it this time every year. And next thing you know, they got the flu and they're, oh, yeah, well, of course you got the flu. That's all you've been talking about. So let's talk about what we do want, not what we don't want, manufacture and track what we do want. So we can do that on an energetic level. And the other thing is that, I just lost what I was going to say. I was so excited about talking about what I was talking about with energy that I forgot what I was actually going to say. But anyway, it'll pop back. So energy is energy. So energy. See, it always pops back. Here it is. So energy is a great indicator too, of whether your thinking is serving you or what you need to be focusing on and doing. So I'll find sometimes that if I'm starting to feel negative, I'll go to myself, well, what have I been thinking about? And it's my thoughts that have been taking me into this lower energy. So you change your thoughts, you lift them up, and I start. My energy is high. I feel great. My sparkle is alive. You put on some music that shifts the energy. You start saying something differently and it creates a new energy. So let me explain. So I might be going, oh, look, I've got this thing to do today, and I'm just really nervous about this group that I'm presenting to because I'm not sure if they're going to like it. Low energy, low energy, low energy. Come on, Julie, evidence suggests. Do you remember that your time you presented to that group of scientists and you were so worried that they were going to get it, and remember how they got it? Yes, it was good. Higher energy, higher energy, higher energy. Julie, you've been doing this for 20 years. You always get it. You always nail it. You know that you do. Stop doubting yourself. Oh, yeah, but, I'm not sure about this group though because I heard that they had so-and-so and they didn't like low energy. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Come on, Julie, back yourself. You have got this. You are good enough. You will not die doing this today. You will get through this. High energy, high energy, high energy. I'll handle it. I'll handle it. I'll handle it. I've got this. Give me the stage. I'll handle it. High energy, high energy. So do you see the shift there? Low energy thinking. I can't do this today. I'm no good at this. Yeah, I've got this. Come on, bring it on. I can do it. Our swimmers don't get on the blocks, our Olympic swimmers, and get up on the blocks and go, I'll probably drown out there tonight. Gee, I hope the water's not cold. That they're not taking that thinking and that low energy to the blocks. They're taking high energy thinking to the blocks. They have sports psychiatrists working with them on this. So we can lift our energy, and then we have an obligation to not let anyone else steal our energy. And that is the other thing that we have, is to not let people steal your energy. So sometimes you've worked hard to get this high energy and then you're feeling fantastic, and then you have a 10-minute conversation with somebody. Maybe it's a client complaint, maybe it's a leader giving you feedback, maybe it's just somebody being nasty for no reason and saying something horrible. Maybe they said it on Facebook, and suddenly your energy's low. So do you stay in that low energy moment? Because what we see happening then, of course, is that people then are low energy and then they want to take other people down with them, and you find someone to take down with you. Did you hear what she said to me? I can't believe she said that to me. She really upset me. Now, this is 3 hours after it actually happened, and this continues all day. I can't believe she said you find someone else to tell. Did you hear what she did? Or maybe someone's cutting you off on the freeway. This is another one we love to talk about. You should have seen this idiot on the road this morning. I can't believe he drove like that. He cut me off and I nearly had an accident. 3 hours later, you're still talking about that idiot. That idiot's driven off and having a lovely day. But we're still being negative about it and finding ourselves getting lower and lower in our energy. Why do we keep harping on about it? Why don't we let it go? Just let it go. It's your day. People say, oh, she put me in such a bad mood. What do? Pick you up and drive to the bad mood place and drop you off. Because if you're choosing to be in a bad mood 3 hours after the conversation, you're choosing it. That's what you're choosing, and you're worth more than that. You're worth more than that. So let's stop buying into the bad mood. It's a choice that you make. And does it serve you to be in the bad mood? Are you having fun there? Well, if you're not having fun there, get out of it. And why wouldn't you? Why would you want to stay in it? Get out of the bad mood. So energy is a thing that we've got control over. And that doesn't mean you don't allow yourself your low energy moments. So I've learnt to recognise this now. So if I've had a really busy couple of days on stage working, the next day I will notice my energy is really low, and I might even be a little bit teary, a little bit emotional. So I don't beat myself up about that. I put myself in that day, if I can, in a situation where I recoup my energy. That's my body telling me we're at rock bottom at the moment. You need to fill yourself up. So you listen to that. The energy's telling me something. So on that day, I don't make any big decisions. I don't look at feedback. I probably hop off social media, because probably if someone made a negative comment because my energy is not filled up, I will be more hurt by it or buy into it a little bit more. And so that day, I nurture myself to restore my energy. So your energy will tell you how you're going too. So I'm not saying I'm never tired. I'm not saying I'm never low. I am, but I choose safe places at times when it's a safe place for me to fill up. And I certainly don't do it on a stage with my audience. I muscle up in that time. And I allow myself to do that in my private time where I restore my energy. So it's not about not allowing yourself sadness. It's not about not allowing yourself to be tired or be vulnerable, but it's choosing the right stages and the right places to do that. And then, so allowing ourselves that, and work's not one of them, on your work stage is not one of those stages that you do that. The other stuff stays backstage. You go backstage later on and deal with that. So you allow yourself your sadness, but then you allow yourself your joy again. And this is the one I think that sometimes we forgot, that you allow yourself your joy again. So you allow yourself your sadness, and life will bring you some sad things, but life will bring you sad things on our own. I think our responsibility is to find the joy. I think that's our bigger focus, because life will make us sad all on its own. And many of you have heard my story about my husband, and this is where I really learned about energy and how to lift our energy again, about the power of your thinking. If I just focus on the devastation and feeling like a victim of all of these terrible things that happen, then I stay in devastation and being a victim. But what if I focus on gratitude? Do you see how your energy, your heart and your head work together? I focus on gratitude that my husband was still with us initially. That was a better feeling place. And today I focus on the gratitude that I had a man like that in my life. That's a better feeling place than focusing on poor me. And so by adjusting your thinking, you adjust your energy levels. And so we have that relationship. But so life will give you sad things all on its own for you to sit in sadness on. So your real challenge is to allow yourself joy again. That's your challenge, is to rediscover the joy again. And that's always going to be sitting inside. And so it's up to you to focus on things that bring you joy. So if my energy is feeling really low, my biggest concern that day is lifting my energy. So what would do that for me today? Maybe it would be laying on the beach for a couple of hours. That would fill me up. Maybe it would be reading something positive. That would be a nice shift in my energy. Maybe it would be spending time with a loved one and just relaxing into that would lift my energy. And so you allow yourself to do something that would lift that energy. Your thoughts spiral up with you as well, lifts your energy. And of course, one of the great things to do is to move your body. We know that when you go for a walk, it immediately releases endorphins into your system and you have a higher energy. You feel good. When you go for that walk and you do what you said you were going to do, you come back from that walk, that exercise, and don't you feel great? Isn't your energy really high? You get that beautiful sparkling feeling in your soul and your heart and your body and in your head. That's that feeling where it makes you, I feel so good about myself, high energy. So physical exercise is good for that. Laughter does that. It lifts our energy. It brings us joy. So you have a responsibility and an obligation to find joy in your life, and allow yourself to do that. When we have and I really believe this, that when we have big challenges in our life emotionally, that our body knows how to heal itself like it knows how to heal itself physically. And laughter is the medicine for your soul. Laughter soothes your soul. Laughter is the best medicine for healing those emotional wounds and lifting our energy again. And that's joy. So, energy is so important. It's so important as an indicator of where your thinking is at and what you need to change with regards to your thinking. And then being aware that you can change your thinking to lift your energy, and that you can manufacture and posture yourself into a new vibe. And and I talk a lot about this in service, it's just not rocket science. It is so simple to work out. One of the biggest compliments I get from my speaking is, I just love your energy, Julie. And people use that word. I just love your energy. Your energy is infectious. Energy inspires people to want to be around you. Energy attracts like energy. So it's the energy you bring to the workplace, and it's the way you engage with a customer. And once again, it's your attitude you bring to work. It's not rocket science to see who's going to get the promotion, the person that brings that positive, enthusiastic, passionate energy, or the one that is boring, mundane, habitual routine. It's so simple. And am I more likely to buy from somebody when I walk in and they go, "Hi, welcome to the store. Oh, that looks fabulous on you. Yes. And have a look over here. I think these would really suit you. And this colour of this fabric really suits your skin tone," as opposed to the shop assistant that's like, "Oh, hi, yep, can I help you? Just looking." It's simple. It's obvious. So it serves you to lift your energy. You deserve to move through life joyful and light, with laughter and fun. And so let's create it. We're worth that. We are worth it. My energy is high. Keep creating those good vibes. We'll see you next time. Would you like a little bit more sparkle? Then you're invited to download a free poster at juliecross.com.au.